Hi there, beautiful people. Happy Monday. It's been a while since I've done just one of these specifically for Facebook. So I'm testing testing this to see how it goes. But I drew these tarot cards for myself the other day, and it's so apt for sort of the last few months where I've been, and sort of to get to now, and sort of the realizations. And I'm hoping, because I haven't pre-selected any cards, I'm hoping this message is going to be kind of what sort of Spirit is pointing me sort of to say. So I'm gonna show you the tarot to start. Okay, so the first one I drew for myself was the Hermit. Okay, and we've all been in quarantine, so pretty much, everyone has felt sort of like this sometimes, lonely. Well, not necessarily lonely, but sort of hiding away from the world. But sort of, your light hasn't gone out. And I think a lot of us are sort of, I don't know, especially in the spiritual community, we worry, we slip back. Don't worry, that's part, you're exactly where you were meant to be at that time. And if you look at sort of the last few months, what you have learned from certain situations, certain people, even sort of things online, you would be sort of, when you look back sort of in a positive way, and you look back at what you've learned and sort of what you've earned, etc., you think, well, yeah, it's worth it. So your light hasn't gone out, okay? So then I drew for myself, I drew the Strength card, because I have been in that sort of alone place, that sort of hermit phase for quite some time. And one of my good friends, Cheslin, she's been sort of harping on to me for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I at the time, do you know what I mean? I'm praying to my angels. I'm saying to my angels, please help me, my angels. Please give me something. And, my friend Cheslin, she's like that to me, harping on at me. My other friend harping on at me. But until sort of you get to that realization for yourself and sort of find the strength to sort of move forward, then, you do. And I find for me, when I sort of slip into sort of hermit phase, I don't know, I slip into the sort of don't give a shit about myself phase as well. I stop meditating as much as I should. I stop praying. I stop sort of taking the nice foods that I eat. I stop, the vitamins and stuff. And why? I don't know, at the time you don't see it, but looking back, you think, well, yeah, it's because you let it slip. And, like one thing my friend Cheslin says to me, routine is key. And I know this for a fact because I do actually work well to a routine. And it doesn't mean you have to be like a sergeant major, and everyone gets their off days. Everyone does get their off days. And, like I've been making lists of what I need to be doing, and I've been ticking off my list, and it does give you a sense of achievement, especially if you work from home, and you've got a sort of variety of, because I do a variety of things, so, it can get sort of quite on top of you, but like if you've got sort of a list to work from, you are much better sort of organised, I find. Okay, and then for myself, I drew the Empress, okay, which is telling me about sort of reconnecting to my mind, body and spirit, connecting the three again, sort of taking care of my body, proper exercise, proper nutrition, less crap, less toxic situations, setting boundaries for myself and for the others around me. That is key, because I think that is a key to my depression. I don't know. I sometimes think I'm a bit of a walkover, and maybe like if you're looking at this is a message for you to maybe stop that sort of situation. And now is the time, because you've never lost it. If you can see in all these cards, the light is there. You've never lost it. You're exactly where you're meant to be. And like I said, you've learned a lot about yourself the last few months. Look back, reflect. Okay, and then for the end, I drew the Sun. So we know, I know when I reconnected to my power, when I'm sort of in the flow state, when I'm doing my bits, you know, when I'm helping people, when I'm out and about, you know, that is what's making me happy. Okay, sitting at home, sort of doing nothing, procrastinating, and, you know, that. I've made an agreement with myself over the last few days. I've got to sort, you know, nobody's going to sort this out for me but myself. You know, if I want this to all work, I've got to put the work in. And so have you. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there for that. I'm going to draw an Angel of Abundance card and see what comes out for us. I sound like a right pretty preacher today. Okay. Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Oh, I see a lovely orb surrounding it. Thank you. Okay, Windfall of Abundance. Maybe this is something that we need to be sort of gearing towards. Okay. Maybe this, you know, when we're in a dark phase and our vibration is kind of low, we are not sort of, you know, everything, I don't know, like everything for me sort of stops. Not my money flow as such, but, you know, I don't earn as much money. It's like I'll buy a scratch card now and again, but when I'm in a low phase, I will never win. When I'm in a high vibration, I will always win. So it just goes to show. And, you know, I was saying this to somebody the other day and they were saying, oh, you think it's kind of magic. And no, I just think it's because your vibration is up and you're more positive. I'm not saying like go and buy a scratch card if you're like really happy and you're going to win. But, you know, it's worth a try. Okay, Windfall of Abundance. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms. Some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health and charitable work. Sorry, you can't see that. It's very dark in here today. Okay, I'm going to put that there. I'm trying not to burn myself. Let's put this light on. Okay. I'm going to draw a universal guidance card then. Thank you, Mother. Okay. Okay. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. Okay. This morning, I've set myself sort of goals now. I've got, like, I work better when I meditate twice a day. 3 times a day. Awesome. Okay, so this morning, I was up about 5:30. I came into this room where I do sort of all my spiritual stuff, and I sat on my couch and I meditated for, I think it was 16 minutes. And then I came out of that meditation and then I did deep breathing for 11 minutes. And then I got up and then I sort of got dressed and then I went for a nice long walk with my dog. And then I was, you know, refreshed for the day. And that has sort of helped me today to carry on doing these things. So it does help. It does help me massively. Okay, I'm going to draw an angel card for us. Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Amen. Okay, giving and receiving. The entire universe operates in cycles similar to your inhalations and exhalations. When you only exhale, give, or only inhale, receive, you become out of rhythm with the universe. For optimal health, energy and replenishment, balance each inhalation in your life with an exhalation. Okay, so it's important that we sort of get the balance. And I found the more sort of you give to people and you don't sort of receive anything back, you kind of feel resentful towards that person, and it sort of makes you question why you were friends with that person maybe. You know, you've got to be thinking about this, you know, even like it can work. So I don't know, I can see loads of examples, but it's kind of like personal, which I don't really sort of want to share. But I suppose it's like sort of giving and giving and giving to a child. You know, they're not going to appreciate anything if they got things on tap all the time. And that's kind of like what it is, you know. No, I don't know. No, I'm not going to say. Okay, I'm going to draw wisdom, goddess wisdom. Okay, thank you. Okay, I think it's a Sage, I don't know, Sage. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate and contemplate. This is very, especially for a sensitive person, this is very sort of vital in my book that you have alone time. You've got to. If I don't have enough alone time, that's when I become cranky. I love being on my own. Because it does give you time to think of the things. You know, it's nice to connect with people, but you've got to sort of know the balance as well. Okay, at this I'm going to draw an element card. And it's an air card. Have hope. You have the power to make the change. Now make it. Okay, maybe this is like, you know, this tarot message is for you today. Maybe you are still stuck in this hermit phase. And maybe you are struggling to find a way out. There is a way out, okay? And you do know the way out. You know, it is inside of you. All you need to do is meditate and sort of focus on what you want. You know, when we are depressed, it is kind of like, it's because we are sort of bored with playing the same character every day is the same rubbish. You know what I mean? You're not a tree. You've got the option to sort of get up every morning and do something different. Okay? You know, we live in, like, if you live in wherever you live in the world, you've probably got, like, beautiful places that you can visit. You know? Do it. And that's another sort of message my friend was, like, harping into me. And she's right. And I was actually thinking of this because about new sort of places to shoot videos and stuff. And I need to do it because I live in such a beautiful country. I'm surrounded by mountains, beaches, reservoirs, rivers. You know, I've got no excuse. So over the next few weeks, that's what I'm going to be doing. Not today because it's thunder and lightning and I don't want to die yet. Okay. Energy card for today. Yin Yang. And this is what we were saying. Giving and receiving. Everything's got to have a balance. If you don't have a balance in your life, you know, you're not going to be sort of happy. Okay, I'm going to try and draw a few of these and see if I can tie these in. And then I'm going to let you go. Thank you, my Father God. Thank you. Okay, so we've got change of direction. Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Whoa. Happy, happy. Great. Woohoo! Should we draw a few more? Okay. Okay, blessed. Okay, one more I think. Okay, unfinished symphony. Okay, so like I was saying, you're exactly where you are on your path. Like, I've learned so much about myself in the last few months. And, you know, you can call it like the shadow period. You can call it what you like. But the truth is, I was in such a bad place for a while. Yeah, and I'm stubborn as hell and hard to sort of wiggle my way out of it. But I do feel a lot better. And onwards and upwards, innit? Okay, if you'd like to book a personal reading, please hit me up. Still £10. And we do it via webcam. And yeah, it's nice to see your face and connect with people. I love it, okay? So if you'd like one of them, please hit me up. And please check out my Etsy shop and my lovely jewellery on Etsy and Facebook, okay? Love you all. Blessings.